Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor H.R. Chopra, former head, Department of Library and Information Science, Punjab University, Chandigarh. In this module, we are going to discuss concepts, definition, functions and related issues of management of library and information science. This is part of Management of Library and Information Centers paper. In this paper, we are going to discuss in detail what is covered in management, what areas are discussed in management, what is done in management, how we differentiate between administration and management. And this management is again related with many phases like management of manpower, management of finances, management of infrastructure, management of library services, etc., etc. In fact, management is important for all types of organizations. It may be offices, hospitals, banks, etc., etc. Libraries and information centers are no exception to it. We need management in these organizations also. In fact, perhaps it is more important to manage efficiently in these organizations. Otherwise, the services will not be disseminated properly. People will not get the benefit of libraries properly, and the efficiency will be not that much. So, in fact, in management of libraries, we have to cover the efficiency aspect, the procedural aspects, the service aspects and related issues. Management is very important for libraries because we have many types of libraries, various levels of libraries, various forms of libraries and various infrastructures of libraries. Libraries, we have public libraries, special libraries, university libraries. These could be very small in size, very few staff member, or huge libraries having large number of staff members. So, in every type of library, the management differs. The funds, the services differ, the expectations differ, even the clients are different. So, every client has different expectation. For example, scientists, teachers, general public, children, housewives or highly educated people, all of them have different expectations. We have to manage things accordingly. So, libraries are basically service organizations and we have to provide service to their satisfaction and as per their expectation. It is a service which is based on not only books, not only information, but combination of the two, rather combination of information technology, printed resources and the information available. Today, internet is there, information is available in various formats and we have to provide this information pinpointedly, exhaustively and as per need of the clientele. In fact, this information is needed for their specific purpose. Students need it for examination purpose, scientists need for research purpose, researchers need for their own research formats or projects or thesis or whatever they are doing. Doctors need it for the clients, for patients. An advocate needs information for his clients. So, it differs. The size of the information also differs. Sometimes we have to collect the information and we have to elaborate, we have to expand, we have to add. Sometimes we have too much information, we have to do abstracting and we have to provide little bit information. So, all this is covered in management. Management has many phases. It is more so because in management we have human beings, we have staff and the nature of staff varies, differs and they have different problems, human psychology. So, that has also to be taken in view. Financial aspect is another aspect. We need money, we need funds and normally there is scarcity of funds, paucity of funds, still we have to manage things. So, financial management is another aspect. It is a service organization, we have to provide service, maybe clipping service, indexing service, abstracting service, providing information as per demand, providing full text, providing references only, providing citations only. So, all these are services which need specialization, which needs proper handling, which needs proper knowledge of the machinery, reference tools, reference sources. So, management is very important, otherwise it is like you have huge stock of information you cannot provide, you cannot find, you cannot deliver as per need of the people. So, information is needed from all these aspects. Management has two phases, one is management, one is administration. Management is practical aspect, administration is theoretical aspect. We need combination of the two. So, management of libraries and information centers is really very significant, and we are going to discuss in detail all important aspects of it, starting from definition, concepts, up to the infrastructure, facilities, functions, and characteristics of library management. Introduction of management. Actually, management refers to a series of functions and administration of various activities and people in the organization. Because in the libraries, we have variety of people, and libraries are non-profit organizations, and their objective is to provide consistent, effective, and efficient products and services to the clients. For that purpose, we have to organize our things in such a way that people get the maximum benefit. Most librarians in the modern libraries are managers, as they also need to know how to manage. They are professionally and technically professionals, trained people, but they are not the managers, but they have to do the job of a manager because they have a large number of students, they have large number of staff members, they have a large number of books and non-book material. They have to organize all these things in such a way that these are organized properly, people get the benefit. As such, the management techniques are required to be applied in all types and all sizes of the libraries in all parts of the world at large. These libraries are different in sizes, different in collection development, different in management aspect, different in specializations, and these libraries could be children libraries, school libraries, these could be public libraries, these could be special libraries, this could be academic libraries. By academic libraries, we mean schools, colleges and university libraries, polytechnic libraries. By special libraries, we mean libraries which are attached to special organizations, maybe small or big, like hospitals, commercial organizations, financial departments, companies, products, some companies, or whatever we have, small or big, research organizations, etc., etc. But in the public libraries, of course, these are meant for general public, right from small children, housewife, retired people, and any type of highly educated, specialized people like doctors, engineers, advocates, etc. So, all these libraries have different infrastructure, different facilities, different collections, different types of documents, and even the clients are different. So, we will organize our things as per their need, we will manage the things as per their need, we will manage the infrastructure as per their need, so that the products are provided right at their doorsteps, right as per their expectations, and as and when needed. Some people need the material on their desktop, through email, at their doorsteps, at their residences, in their offices. some people come to the library, some people need only the abstracts of the information, some people need expanded form of the information, some people need the same information in a different language, I mean translation from English to Hindi or Hindi to English or vice versa. So, this way we need to manage things in such a way that we can cope with the demand of the clientele. So, management deals with organizational aspect and a managerial aspects. A librarian has to know both. He knows the technical aspect, he has covered in his training program, but he has to manage things, that is a managerial aspect. This is a special quality, I think more important quality expected from a librarian, because a librarian is a manager because he has to manage so many staff members, he has to manage so many types of documents, variety of documents, he has to manage so many types of services, and he also has to manage the problems, if any, from the point of view of clienteles, users and readers, etc. So, these users could also be problematic, these could be very simple people, these could be real emergent demands, there could be some problems which are to be tackled immediately by the librarian. So, librarian has to know the principles of management, functions of management, he has to know the theory of management, and he has to practically do the management. So, this way management is very important for a librarian, and he will do it well as per, if he knows all the details, if he knows all the rules, if he knows all the principles, and if he has some experience in managing things. So, librarian is a manager as well as a librarian. These days in Western countries, even the managers having training like MBA, they can handle library, they do handle library, and they are managing libraries with little knowledge of professional aspect, more knowledge of managerial. And there are some organizations where people, good managers can handle. That is why in some countries even MBAs are handling the libraries. But I would suggest that knowledge of librarianship, knowledge of information science and knowledge of management, both are important, combination of both is very important, and that way the libraries can be managed efficiently and as per need of the time. Concepts of management. Management as a discipline. Management can be termed as science as well as arts. We term it as science because it has exact principles, exact things which are done, and this cannot be changed. We also call it as arts because it relates to human being, it relates to people who are changeable, who have different nature, who have different things, different expectations, different style of working. So, management has both some scientific based principles and human based changeable things. Management is also as a group of people, because in management we have two types of people, those who have training, who are working in the library as librarians, as professionals, and there is another group of people in the libraries which are non-managerial, sometimes non-professional or semi-professional, or just assisting, helping. So, we have to manage these trained people as well as untrained people, their expectations, their job assignments, their nature of work, their qualifications, their details are different, vary, and a chief librarian has to manage both types of people. Another aspect is management as process of getting the things done, from other people. People have to do, not the chief librarian, but he has to manage things in such a way that things are correlated, there is a hierarchy, there is a system, there is an arrangement, and things are done efficiently, economically, and as per expectation of the people. Management by communication. The primary function of a manager is to formulate policies and implement them effectively, which require oral or written communication with the staff. Manager spends majority of his time in communicating for getting the work done from others. Communication is a continuous, coordinated process of telling, listening, and understanding. Success of management depends upon effective communication. Management by system. It is a concept of identifying the problems, solving them through various possible alternatives, and making the generalization for future. Management by system refers to identifying the problem and analyzing it, collecting relevant data and analyzing the same, finding out various viable alternatives, testing them, and finally selecting the best one. Subsequently, review is done from time to time and corrective action is taken if necessary. Management by results. According to this concept, the progress of the organization is evaluated periodically in order to ascertain the results achieved. The end results are significant and determine the success and strength of the management. The management should be result oriented. Management by participation. It is also known as participative management. The workers in the organization are given opportunity in the decision making process also. It involves the doctrine of trusteeship. Management by participation creates a sense of involvement among the workers. The workers can very well appreciate the problems and bottlenecks in the system. They can also realize the practical problems involved in the system and thus take realistic decision in the organization. Management by motivation. Inspiring the workers in the organization for accomplishing of the objectives is called motivation. If the target is achieved, the workers are given due credit, reward, and benefits. It acts as an encouragement for the future too. Management is nothing but to motivate people toward the accomplishment of the work as per objectives of the organization concerned. Management by exception. Normally, the routine work is performed by the workers in the organization without any problem. But at certain times, exceptional difficult situations arises in the organization when the management has to take drastic steps to achieve the goals. A good management can manage very well during the exceptional and difficult circumstances also. This is also one of the dimensions of the management. Management by objectives, MBO. This concept was propounded by Peter F. Drucker. It is important to plan the objectives of the organization before placing them before the decision-making body for approval. The manager has to get the work done as per objectives of the organization. It is a dynamic system which is demanding and rewarding style of management. Most of the industrial and commercial organizations follow MBO. Libraries are these days adopting and following this concept in order to provide library and information services to the clients and thus accomplish the objective. Management, science or art. According to Kuntz, science is organized knowledge. The essential features of any science are the application of the scientific method to the development of knowledge. Thus, a science comprises clear concepts, theory, and other accumulated knowledge developed from hypothesis, experimentation, and analysis. Management has clear concepts. It has principles of scientific management. It makes use of scientific methods in involving principles. According to L.M. Prasad, science may contribute to the solution of managerial problems in two ways. One, existing research and theory relevant to the problem may be brought to bear on its solution. Second, Where sufficient time is available, research may be conducted to provide information not previously available and to guide solution accordingly. To be a successful manager, a person requires the knowledge of management principles and also the skills of how the knowledge can be utilized. Absence of either will result in inefficiency. As such, management can be termed as science. Management can also be regarded as an art. L.M. Prasad is of the opinion that the meaning of art is related with bringing of a desired result through the application of skills, whereas under science one learns the why of phenomenon, but under art one learns how of it. Art is thus concerned with the understanding of how particular work can be accomplished. So, management is an art because it can be applied effectively for solving various organizational problems from situation to situation. Thus, it is evident that management has the characteristics of science as well as arts. Management has proven principles based on advances of knowledge. At the same time, the process of management does involve the use of know-how and skills like any other art. It has creativity like any other art. Every manager has individual approach and technique is involved in problems, which is the characteristics of art. Hence, management is science or art both. Management and administration. Some authors have stated that management and administration are two different terms, while others have suggested that there is no difference between the two. Various views expressed in this regard have led to the emergence of the following three approaches. 1. Administration is above management. Some classical thinkers like Oliver Sheldon are of the view that administration relates to the policy formation and management relates to the policy execution, and as such these two activities are not the same. But Henry Fayol says that the entire management functions never distinguish between management and administration. These are like two sides of the same coin. 2. Administration is a part of management. There are another schools of thought, including Mr. E. F. L. Brecht, who treat management as more comprehensive function, which includes administration also. If this view is accepted, administration becomes a subordinate function to overall management function. From this point of view, administration is concerned with day-to-day function and is a part of management. But this version reverses the stand of the classical thinkers. It does not hold the validity in the present day scenario. 3. Management and administration are the same. According to the third approach, most of the people think that management and administration are the same because they involve same function, same principle and same objective. Henry Fayol is one of those people who agree with this. Thus, there is no difference between the two, and two terms are same. It becomes unimportant whether policy formation function is known as administration or management. Basically, both terms are the same. Definition of management. According to F.W. Tyler, management is the art of knowing what you want to do in the best and cheapest way. It has emphasized the work and not the worker of the organization. He opines that men and machines are similar for achieving the goal of getting the things done in the best possible way and at least cost. This is applicable in the case of all types of libraries, especially where we intend to provide best possible library services at the least cost. Characteristics of management. Some of the most common and significant characteristics of management are as follows. 1. Management is a distinct process in which work is got done through planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling by the manager. Second, management is an organized activity. Third, management aims at the accomplishment of predetermined objectives. Fourth, management is a group of activities and it cannot be done in isolation. Fifth, management principles are universal in nature, which are applicable to all types of organizations. Sixth, management integrates human and other resources, including financial resources. Seventh, management is a skill of getting things done through people. Eighth, management has a distinctive significance which offers from ownership. Ninth, management is essential at different level of the organization. 10th, management principles are dynamic in nature. 11th, management is a system of authority. And lastly, management utilizes a multidisciplinary approach which includes economics, statistics, industrial and human psychology, computer science, engineering, accountancy, sociology, etc. etc. Functions of management or the manager. Different management thinkers have given different functions of the management to be performed by the managers of different types of organizations. Some of the important views are given as follows. Henry Fayol, the father of classical school of management, has given the managerial functions as 1. Planning, 2. Organizing, 3. Command, and 4. Coordination and control. Similarly, Newman and Summer have suggested the functions of management as follows. 1. Planning, 2. Organizing, 3. Leading, and 4. Measuring and controlling. Stewart and Moran have formulated the following 5 functions of the management. 1. Planning, 2. Organizing, 3. Human resource, 4. Leading, 5. Controlling. Similarly, Luther Gulick has given the functions of management in the Coinset acronym POSTCORB, POSDCORB, which are explained as follows. P for planning. It requires wide knowledge and experience to make the blueprint of the work to be performed. Planning is the most basic function to be performed by the manager. In libraries also, very careful planning is required for successful fulfillment of the requirements of the users. 2. O. Organizing. It involves choosing the design, suggestion and structure, space planning and allocation of the jobs. It includes determination of the specific activities, grouping the activities in the logical framework, assigning these activities to specific positions, and then coordinating them. Flowchart is prepared if necessary. This function is also applicable in managing all types of libraries and information centers. Third, S. Staffing. This function has also been known as human resource management or personnel management. Role of staff or workers is very significant in all types of organizations. In case of libraries, perhaps it is the most important. A library may have excellent holdings, building, rich collection, nice infrastructure, but it cannot achieve the goal of satisfying the users if its staff is not well qualified, trained, devoted, and adequate. Fourth, D. Directing. Giving direction or instruction to the staff to perform the duty accurately, efficiently, and appropriately is known by the managerial function as directing. This is a continuing process and group of people in the organization do it. This is more applicable in the libraries where highly technical work is performed in various sections of the library. Fifth, C. Coordinating. It means interrelating or correlating various parts of the organization in order to achieve harmonious operation and avoiding overlapping or duplication of work or duplication of efforts. It ensures maximum contribution by all units of the organization in a systematic way. In the libraries, coordination is required in all sections of the library without any confusion, overlapping, or missing links. Sixth are reporting. Keeping all the staff members, sections, supervisors, and parent bodies informed of the work completed, work in progress, and work to be done in the near future is called reporting. It helps to avoid any confusion, misunderstanding, gaps, or overdoing from any front. In libraries, this part is very significant, and chief librarian does this job. Seventh, B. Budgeting. Rough estimate of income and expenditure of an organization for the given period, generally the financial year, is called budget. It is a forecast of the organization. Financial resources are the most important part of any institution, and libraries are no exception to it. Careful planning of budget, accounting, and control thereof is essential for efficient functioning of a library. Levels of management in libraries. In all types of libraries, we have three levels of management. First is top management, second is middle management, and third is first line supervisors. Actually, in the top management, we have chief librarian or head of various sections of the library, maybe acquisition section, periodical section, reference section, binding section, circulation section, etc., etc. All these are heads of the various sections, so that we call top management. Second is middle management, where middle level work is involved. It may be, it depends again on the libraries, types of libraries, size of libraries, and variety of libraries. But everywhere we have middle management who get the work done from their small group of people within the section. Then there is a first line supervisors. Various activities are supervised by them. They take care for their respective jobs. And these three levels, top management, it is like a hierarchy. It is like a triangle. Top is minimum, middle is more than that, and base is, of course, the maximum. So basic work is done at the bottom level. We call it first line supervisors, and more after that middle and minimum people on the top. These three levels work in every type of library. Of course, when the people are very few or it is a very small library, then the levels can come down to 2, or sometimes there could be one-man library also. But in big libraries, in libraries where more activities are involved, these three levels are often seen. Role of the manager. A manager has, a librarian is a manager. He has three types of roles. One is interpersonal role, means role pertaining to getting the work done from people, dealing with the staff, dealing with various categories of staff in the library, various professionals, maybe computer man, maybe classificationist, maybe cataloger, maybe person in working in binding section. So dealing with them, relationship with them, guiding them, handling them, solving their problem is covered in interpersonal role. Second is informal role. Information role. Information role is pertaining to providing information, giving information, or guiding. A librarian has to supervise, guide, give advice, or tell them how to do, what to do, because he knows better. He can tell, he can guide, he can teach, he can advise. Third is decision making role. Keeping in view the prevailing situation, the problem in hand, the things expected from people, financial problems or staff problem, he has to take the decision, and that involves his intellect, his experience, his knowledge, subject knowledge, dealing with people knowledge, and knowledge pertaining to the financial aspects. Sometimes it is a decision which he has to take on the spot without knowing what is going to happen in future, because he is a decision maker, he is head of the he is head of the management, or he is the chief manager. So interpersonal, information, and decision making, all the three roles are important and expected from a librarian. Thus, it is significant that working in environments will continue to be turbulent and fast changing. Secondly, libraries need to have experienced and trained managers. And lastly, we need good managers who can manage libraries, respond well to fulfill the objectives of the libraries. So, a good chief librarian should have a variety of special features, special qualities, like he should be trained, he should have proper training in librarianship, he should know classification, cataloging, reference surveys, whatever is needed in that type of library. Secondly, he should have some personal qualities, like he should be cooperative, he should be helpful, he should be cheerful, he should have a positive nature, he should be kind, and he should be ready to help the people even when more time is needed, more efforts are needed, more struggle is needed, more documents are needed. He has to manage the documents from various sources, interlibrary loan, or search the internet, search the websites, search various resources and provide the information. In brief, he should be trained professionally, he should be trained as a manager, but he should be very kind hearted, helpful, and ready to help. That is a good managerial quality, and the clients, the users, the students, the scholars, the researchers, the users of the library will be happy. The staff, the colleagues of various levels, junior, middle level and top management level, they will be happy, and overall result will be efficiency, economical, and result oriented. It will be product oriented, people will be happy, the parent organization will be happy, the user will be happy, and that will be a source of great satisfaction for the library professionals. Thank you.